I got only multi-dimensional array.
Okay. Up to 32 dimensions we
How
can.
many dimensions you want?
No, up to 32 dimensions we can have, but we will work only with 2 and 3. So can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, some gray patches are there.
Some people are joining, that's why that patches. Otherwise you will find only this patch.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, in yesterday's class, what we have discussed? We have discussed regarding this multi-dimensional arrays, right? So what is this multi-dimensional array? What is array? And for single dimensional array, what we call? Did you remember? Multi-dimensional array, sometimes we call, I told you.
Arrays of array.
Yeah, arrays of array and other word you can find here. This one. Some texts refer to one-dimensional arrays, vectors, and two-dimensional as matrices. So you did not remember?
Matrices.
Yeah, here. In the next slide also we have discussed how we are going to indicate these arrays. So starts with 0 and ends with how many rows and columns we are taking. That we already have discussed, right? And why do we need matrices also we have discussed. Next, and different any data types required or not, we came to know that we don't require any special data type for this. So already we have different data types, those only we are using, isn't it? And next thing, how we are going to declare an array. What does an array consist of? It consists of name of the array, next type of the array elements, that means data type, next which size it is going to be there, those are going to be indicated, and here it is saying what is the dimension also, isn't it? And finally what we are saying, B is an array of arrays. Now how to initialize array of arrays we'll discuss in today's class. So how we are going to discuss, initialize an array of arrays. Previously what we have seen for a single dimensional array, just you have seen in this way, isn't it? In the same way here we are declaring here in the form of int b of 2, 3. What is 2 and what is 3?
Columns.
2 is nothing but number of rows, 3 is nothing but number of columns, isn't it? Either we can declare up to here itself or else we can initialize. What we are initializing, how many values? So you have to know how many values it is going to store. 2 by 3 matrix means it will store 6 values. So I am giving here 6 values. So I hope everyone knows the rules and regulations of matrices, isn't it? Yeah. So here next thing, or else you can use, see first up to here you can use, or else you can initialize the values here itself, isn't it? Next, you can use braces to separate rows also. So here directly I have indicated only what is this direct values I have indicated. 51, 52 up to 56 I have indicated the values. Coming to here I can indicate row wise also. This is one row. Now how many rows here?
4.
How many columns? 4 rows. So this I call as row 0, row 1, row 2, row 3. This is one row, this is one row, this is one row. In this way also, I can initialize my matrices values by using some flower braces. See here, this flower braces. One row in one flower brace, another row in another flower brace. So this consists of columns also. This I can call as C0, C1, C2, right? So every time remember what is that? What do you have to remember? Index starts with 0, isn't it? Now what is here? Now 4 rows means what will be the values?
0, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, 0, 1, 2, 3 will have the values. Sorry, indexes, isn't it? So if I say, now what is this 8 value? Which row, which column you say me?
Ma'am, third row, second column.
Second row, second column.
No, I want using indices.
Ma'am, second row and first column.
Yeah, R2, C1. If I write A of R2, A of C1, I'll get this 8 value, right? Is clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And see, in this next statement, I did not mention any value here. So it implicitly finds here how many rows are there. See here, 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows, and 4 rows. Implicitly, it declares the number of rows as 4. Even though we did not declare, by saying this initialization, compiler will declare implicitly the number of rows as 4. Yes, clear, everyone?
Yes,
Are you
ma'am.
clear how you are going to initialize arrays? Two-dimensional arrays. Yeah. And the same thing here. What is this? Int b of 3 and 4 I have taken. So how many rows? 3 rows and 4 columns. See here, 4, 1, 0 to 1 row. This is 1 row. This is another row. Isn't it? This is row 0. 4 is noted here. 1 is given here. 0 and 2. Now can you say me this value? Matrix value? Here B there na? What is B? If I want to get this value, what is that value? What is row value? What is column value? Here already it is mentioned, right? This is column 0, column 1, column 2, column 3.
0, 0.
Yeah,
0,
that
0.
is nothing but this is 0, 0. Now can anyone say me this 3?
1,
1,
2,
3.
3.
R3.
Yeah,
Ma'am, R1,
B3.
R1, R1, C2. R1, C3, yes.
Yeah, here I will indicate B1, 3. If I write B1, 3 equal to 5. Now what it should be? Here it should be 5, right? Now clear, everyone. When we are indicating, use the indices only. If for example same int 3, this B 3, 4, if I indicate, now what is the value of this?
Nothing, ma'am.
Yeah, no value. Why? Because here we are having only 2 rows. Sorry, indices as 2. So this is representation of indices, isn't it? So this will be null. That means not declared or something error you will get. Just clear, everyone. How we are going to represent matrices? If I give one value, will you can you draw and show? Yes. For
Yes, ma'am.
example, I will take my values. So say me some values. How many values I have to take here?
8, ma'am.
No. I want to declare in this way. So what is first one? How many rows here?
2.
4 we should take. 2 rows.
Yeah, 2 rows na?
2
2
rows.
rows declared. Now 4 columns na? I am taking for example 0, 1, 2, 3. Or else we'll go for other numbers. We may confuse again. 2, 4, 6, 8. Right here. 2, 4, 6, 8. Next one. For example, I am taking 8, 6, 4, 2. So now this is declared. Okay. Now say me the matrix representation format. So how many rows?
2 rows, ma'am.
2 rows,
Yeah, only 2 rows. How many columns?
4 columns.
4 columns.
Yeah, 4 columns. So what is this represented as?
Row 0, row 1. Row there is row 0.
Yeah, this is row 0, this is row 1. And this is column 0, column 1, column 2, column 3. Now where this should be placed? Now what is this? What is this value? 2. Here we are storing, right?
Yes, ma'am.
2, 4, 6, 8, 8, 6, 4, 2. Now say me this, how the matrix of this is represented. My array is B. Now say me 8.
0, 3.
0, 3.
0, 3.
Yeah, what is this? Row value is 0. Row index is 0. And B is, sorry, column is
3.
yeah, 3. Yes, clear now everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Now can you say me 6? This 6.
Row 1,
1, 2,
column 1.
1, 1.
Yeah, 1, 1. So I hope everyone is clear with this representation. Yes, right? Yeah, shall we go to the next slide then? If you are clear with this only, you can work with matrices. Otherwise, it will be a problem for you. Yeah, fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So in the same way, here it is represent. Now here in this example, you see, integer type, array name A, rows 3, columns 3. It is declared in this way, 12, 13, 14. This is row 1, that means row 0, row 1, and this is row 2. Okay, but internal representation is flat, not in the form of matrix. So what we feel logically, we feel it is stored in this way: A of 0, A of 1, A of 2. This is stored in this way. We are thinking. Okay, we feel in this way it is stored. Why? Because we are writing our matrices in this form, right? Yes or no? We are writing in this way or not our matrices when we are writing? Yes or no? Yeah, but in our
Ma'am, we'll
computer
have to
language,
use endl, na?
huh?
We'll have to use endl, na, ma'am?
No need, no need. When we are writing loops, we will use that time. No endl,
Yes.
no need. So we feel that it is stored in this way, but physically in memory, it is stored in this way. First 0, 0, first all the values of rows, same like this only it is going to store. 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2. First all the row values are storing in the memory. Next, this is row wise it is storing row 0, and this is row 1, this is row 2. Isn't it? So here logically we feel that it is stored as in this way, but physically in the memory it is storing in a flat representation, not in the form of matrix. You have to remember this line. So they may ask you in fill in the blanks also how the matrix representation is. You have to write flat representation. Okay. And how to access individual elements of the array of arrays. So we already know that. So what is this indicates? Nothing but it indicates 3 by 4 matrix. So it is 12 elements, isn't it? So 12 integer elements. This is the, what is this matrix? What does this indicate?
Multidimensional one. Ma'am.
Yeah, name you have to say. Name of array.
Okay.
So this is data type. This is name of array. This is number of rows, number of columns. So that's why here I have taken matrix. If I take other name, again you will not remember. If I take matrix, you'll remember now. Now this matrix array has 12 integer elements. Just now we discussed what is 0, 0 means first row, first column. 2, 3 means why? Because this is 3, 4. Here already we discussed, right? 3, 4. In the 3, 4, what is this? Matrix of 2, 3 means element in the last row, last column. Yes, clear everyone? So you should be able, now suppose if I write A of 4, 5 matrix I am considering. If I say A of 3, 4. So you should be able to say which row, which column. Here in the same way we have written no last row, last column. So this will be also last row and last column or not? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes,
did
ma'am.
you get that? No. And matrix is the address of the first element. That means it is starting with Still joining. Yeah, address is nothing in the sense we have previously discussed. Now here, this one. It will be starting with that. The same thing, matrix of 1 is the address of the row 1 column 0. Now this is the address of, now this is the address of,
Ma'am, fourth row, fifth column.
yeah, you are taking, if you are taking R row 0, then okay, you can say fourth row, fifth column, or else you can say third row. If you are taking with 0, third row, fourth column, I will say. Okay. So when you are choosing your indices and when you are understanding, if you take R0, R1, R2, then your logic will be changing. That means you should write from int I equal to 0. If you are taking this as R1, indices will be same, but your indication, row 1, row 2, row 3. If row 1, if you are taking R1, but when you are writing indices, it will be 0, 0 only. Why? Because arrays will start with zeros only. Did you remember that? Yes, remembered or not? See, send me some answers. Yeah.
Yes.
And now we will see how we will take input and display. So for example, now I want to use, what is this? For example, this is my matrix. That means this is my two-dimensional array. I want to enter now how many rows, how many columns here? This is declaration. So I want 2 rows, 2 columns, number of rows equal to 2, number of columns equal to 3. Okay. Now I want to enter values. Okay. How many values I have to enter now? Yeah, 6.
6.
For example, I'm taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is row 0, this is row 1. This is column 0, column 1, column 2. Okay. So when I'm entering, how should I enter into my matrix format using this programming language? First of all, I should give A of 0, 0 equal to 1. Whenever I give 1, A of 0, 0 equal to 1, that is going to be stored here. If I want to store element here, what should I give? What should I give?
A of 0, 1.
Yeah, A of 0, 1.
0, 1.
Next, for 3,
A of 0, 2.
yeah, A of 0, 2. This will be 3. Next, A of,
A
I
of
want to
1,
store
1.
4. 1, 0, 1, 0.
1, 0.
Yeah, 1, 0, I will store 4. Next, A of 1, 1, 5. Next, A of 1 to 6. Isn't it? Now in this way, I have to store my values into the matrix. So how we should write program now? Yeah, some question is that what is
Ma'am,
that?
we'll use loops now.
We have to use loops. However,
Yes.
yeah, so first of all, I am declaring, I'm starting. We'll start my main method. These all are of integer types. So I am going to take int A of 2, 3. Or else what we can write here? Or how can I declare here? Or how can I declare here? Forgot. You can use variables. A of ij, I for rows, j for columns. Okay, either I can directly declare A of 2, 3, or else I can declare A of ij. Okay, if suppose you are using I and j, so we have to write one cout statement. Enter how many rows you require, enter how many columns you require. In that way we have to write. This we will see in the next program, but just we are going to discuss here. What is this? Int A of 2, 3 I have written. Now what is my next statement I have to write? Now this is declared. So in the memory, what happened here now in the memory? Now this is declared here in the memory. This is declared. Memory is initialized there. with 2 rows, 3 columns of integer type, and the name of the dimension is array is A. Now what should I do now? So what should I do?
We can start for loop, I think.
For loop, ma'am.
Okay, I will write one cout statement, enter some 6 elements. Okay, yeah, now what is this for loop? For loop starts with now, which one we are going to take? I. Here I did not declare I, J is declared here. So here I am taking I equal to starts with 0. Why? Because my index starts with 0, right? And what is the value I should write here?
I
I
less
less
than
than 2.
I less than
2
less than
minus 1.
2.
2 is enough. Why 2
2
minus
minus
1?
1.
Why minus 1? Here it is starting with 0, na? So it will end with 2. Less than 2, not equal to here. Okay. Yeah. What is the next statement now?
Again a for loop.
For loop, ma'am. For
Yeah. Again for loop for taking columns.
okay.
J is, what is that value?
3.
3.
Yeah, that is nothing but 3. If you take here 1, here what should be there? Yeah, less than
C in
3.
A of ij.
Yeah, next statement is nothing but C in, what is this? A of ij. Now up to here, entering completed. Shall we trace this? Yeah, what is my I value? I value equal to 0 and j value equal to 0. First thing. So it is condition is true. What I am doing? I and j. Here a of j is 0, 0. So whenever I am entering the value, here what is my value? 1. 1 is placed here. Next what is happening? It is going back here, incrementing this one. So my I value is 1. Entering to this loop, it is incremented j also. A of 1, 1. Now it is going to take. In this way, same thing. My loop is going to be, what is that, iterated, and we are going to take this values as input. Now I want to display. Now finished. Input is taken in this way. Now I want some displaying in this way. I want to display now in this way. A of 0, 0 equal to 1, A of 1, 1. I want to display in that way. So how should I display now?
Ma'am, again we will use loop.
Yeah, again we have to use loop in the same way. Okay,
Yes.
in the same way. Only I'm writing the cout
Yeah.
statement here. You have to include this for loop one. Again, same you have to include for reading also. So I will write one cout statement. So how we have to write?
A
Now
of
A
ij.
of ij I will write in this way. Why? Because that should be printed now. This matrix format should be printed now here. That's why I'll write in this way. Next for j. Here no place, that's why I'm writing down. J will be printed. And in the same way, A of ij. That means value should be printed now, this value. This is for this is for this, and this is for this. Yes, everyone is clear how to take the matrix values.
Yes, ma'am.
Shall we go to the next addition of two matrices?
Ma'am, we won't need to use and L here.
I did not get you.
Ma'am, we don't need to use and L here.
No need to use. No, we have to use here.
Ma'am, after finishing the second loop, na?
No, not there also. We don't require there. Only here. In the cout statement, it's enough.
Okay.
So to get this gap, you are saying?
No, ma'am. Only to change the line, like
Only to
after row one.
here I have mentioned. See now, just now I have written. You can see in the next program I will show.
Okay.
Okay, in this program I have taken my array name as numbers, and I have written everything. See here. If you want, I will show you the execution, or else you can later try that.
Yes, ma'am. Please show the execution.
Okay,
Just a glimpse.
I'm showing. Just wait. This program should copy that. So you also please don't copy. Okay, to save time, I'm copying. Any copy paste errors? See the program once. Declaration of this array of 2 by 3 matrix. We are going to enter 6 numbers and we are going to store input in this array, and for printing purpose we are using only end L I am using here, so that just for displaying, just to save. Now can you see the output screen?
Yes, ma'am.
We'll enter some 6 numbers, 3, 2, 1, 4, 5, 6. See, only end L is used here to print in this way. If I don't use end L, everything will be in same line. Only there we are using end L.
Ma'am, but we need a matrix.
Huh? What you need?
We need a matrix.
Matrix format will not get. That format will not.
Ma'am, if we use endl after the loop and second loop j loop ends, then it will show in the matrix form, na?
Where you are saying?
Ma'am, after
We'll
the
get
j
like
loop,
three by
ma'am,
three,
like
Here,
2 by 3 rows.
j loop, ma'am, the for int j is equal to 0 in the cout one.
here,
Yes, ma'am. After finishing the j loop, cout
here.
endl, then yes, ma'am, I loop ends.
Okay, okay. Here you are saying in the J loop.
No, ma'am, not j loop, not.
After completion
After
of the
j
J
loop
loop.
ends, ma'am. Just
Okay,
after
here,
j
here,
loop ends.
here. This one.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. There.
Now we are asking and L, right?
Yes, ma'am. Please remove the handle from there, from the loop.
So let us try then once. We have to go for 4 or 5 numbers. Did you find the difference? You will not get that matrix format. Why? Because in the memory it is storing in that way. Okay, you are saying if you remove these numbers, you'll get that one only. So that I understood now what you are saying.
Ma'am, when I did, I was getting in the matrix form.
Yeah, now it will get, you can see now.
Now you can remove that I and J also. Just keep the number of I and J.
Just
To get
wait.
the accurate form.
Where it is, yeah, this one. Yeah, then that time you'll get only that values. Okay. So that we can't get now.
No, ma'am, just
You'll
remove
get
all
the
those.
values.
Extra brackets. There were extra brackets. No? That's why it was showing error.
Just put the numbers of I comma J, ma'am. That's it. Remove all this between middle
Everything,
of
ma'am. See out
numbers and
after
C out.
everything
Ma'am,
only.
out, ma'am, I, J,
Okay,
ma'am.
okay, this braces you are saying.
Ma'am, everything remove. Just leaves numbers ij.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that time you will get only that you are saying. Okay, okay, fine. Yeah, fine. You are getting in the matrix format. In this sense you want, okay?
Yes, ma'am. We can use the spaces
Yeah,
after
you can
numbers.
use some endl. Again, you can use.
We can use this
No,
one
ma'am.
forward
Space,
slash
ma'am.
T. Then we'll have a 5 spaces.
Tab
with
space
end
you
up.
will have. Okay, tab
Yes,
space you
ma'am.
will have if you use backslash T.
Sorry, backslash T.
Yeah. So you can try whatever you want. You can try. My duty is to share the logic with you. That's it. isn't it? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Whatever you want, you can try. Your output, your wish. Your input, your wish. But the logic should be correct.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And coming to addition of two matrices. So what is the condition to add two matrices?
Rows
To
with
add two
rows.
matrices.
Their order must be
Ma'am,
same.
each elements adds with the same elements
Should
of
be
the
same,
as the
ma'am.
matrix.
3 by 4 means 3 by 4
Be
only
of
should
same
be there.
order.
Yeah. The two matrices should be of same order, isn't it? So here the same thing is written here. Two matrices are added if the size of the two matrices are same. And the matrix addition will be done by adding the same position element in first matrix with the same position element in the matrix 2. Here it is written for example. See here how we will write. Now suppose two matrices are declared as A and B. So A of 0, 0 will be added with B of 0, 0. Isn't it? Now for example, my matrix 1, 2, 2, 4 is there. I want to add 2, 4, 6, 8. Now what will be added? Now what will be added?
1 and 2.
Yeah. This I will write here 1 plus 2, 2 plus 4, 2 plus 6, 4 plus 8. This is the rule of matrix. We already know, right? So what are the values? It will be mentioned here. So now what will be this? This is another matrix where we have to name it C. So one matrix is stored in A, one matrix is stored as B, and the resultant matrix I can store with a variable name C. So what should be the condition, satisfying condition? If the two matrices are of same order, then only we can add the two matrices. Otherwise, we can't add, isn't it? So let us write the program now. Can anyone say me what all the elements required? What are the things required for this?
3 separate arrays.
Yeah, 3 separate arrays are required. I will start with my main method. So I will take int of what is this? I will take some 10 by 10 matrices. The same way C. Still what I require? Still I require.
IJ.
Yeah, I, J. Still what I require?
That's it, ma'am.
Another 2 also you can take, ma'am, if you want.
Why
Ma'am,
another
K,
two?
ma'am.
But
K, ma'am.
they're of same order, right? So no problem.
Okay, here. Who said for you same order?
It's like addition.
Here this is just declared 10 by 10 matrix, 10 by 10 matrix. That is just declared. I did not use 10 by 10 na. So to use that, I'm going to
And
take
we
two
have to
different
like
variables.
rows 1,
Yeah.
row 2, like that.
See, this is only declared. So in this declaration previously, in single dimensional, A of 5 is declared. If I'm using only 3, no problem na. In the same way here, A of 10 by 10 declared. So if I want to use all the 10 by 10, I don't require these two variables. If I don't want to use that, it is based on the user. If user want to take any number of rows and columns, so here we can write enter number of rows and columns. Okay. And next, I am taking that rows. Suppose for example 2 by 2 only I want 2 rows, 2 columns. And here sometimes no need to indicate this condition also. Why? Because we are familiar with the addition of two matrices condition, so no need to require. But also I'm saying you what is the condition we have to write here?
If m equal to n.
Yeah. Or else I will write separately the condition here. If suppose I'm taking row 1 and row 2. Here I'm not using the condition in my program. So you have to write if R1 are equal to R2, C1 equal to C2. So here, what you have to write here? 2 and 3, suppose 2 by 2 you are taking, M1 equal to M2. And what is this? What we have to write here? Yes, what we have to write?
Did not get the R1 equal to R2 and C1 equal to C2 part.
This is rows of first matrix, rows of second matrix, columns of
Ma'am,
first matrix, columns of. That's why I have written separately. This is not in our program.
Doesn't it show that
Add
the
both the
elements should
numbers.
be equal of the rows and columns?
I did not get you. What is that?
Ma'am, I am asking that doesn't it show that the elements of the rows and columns are equal? Like
It will
elements
show.
of row 1. Then ma'am, it is not necessary now. Then
That's why I'm
that
saying it is not necessary. That's why I have written separately. This is not necessary, but sometimes if anyone they ask you to write the condition, just you indicate this one. This is not necessary in our program. I'm not indicating also in my program. Just I am saying you how the condition will be there. Yeah, now what is my next statement?
For loop.
Yeah, that is nothing but I will write one CO to enter some elements into for loop. First matrix, enter some elements into first matrix. I will write next. Yeah, for loop. Yeah, I starts with 0. Next, what is my condition?
I less than M.
Only one answer.
Less than 10, ma'am.
Why 10? Here I
Less
am
than
taking
M.
separately, no?
Okay, ma'am.
Less than M.
Or
ma'am.
any variables.
Yeah.
Less than M.
Yeah, what is next statement?
For loop.
A loop.
J.
J less than
Less than
N.
N.
J less than N. Next,
C in A of ij.
C in A of ij.
yeah, that is nothing but C in A of ij. So no need to take this loops directly, you can indicate. Next statement. What is my next statement?
Next, for sure, storing B of N.
Yeah,
comma N.
same thing you will write for second matrix. Same loop you will write for second matrix. And what is now my logic? Last final logic. Now what is this? Matrix A entered of some rows and columns. Now matrix B entered of some rows and columns. Now what should I do? Next thing, what is the main concept we require now here?
C of
Plus A.
Again, loop
ij
will
equals to A of
D
That
of
is
ij
nothing
plus
but
B of ij.
previously we will write C equal to A plus B. So here this is matrices now. Everything again you have to write this for loop. And what you have to write? C of
C of ij equals
A of I,
ij equal to
A of I,
A
A
of
of ij
plus B of
plus
ij.
Yes.
Previously in the previous slide we have discussed. This is, what is this? This is A of ij. This is B of ij. This is A of ij, B of ij. That means A of 0, 0, B of 0, 0. A of 0, 1 and B of 0, 1. Isn't it? In that way we have to calculate. That's why we are going to write this logic. Again one for loop to display the elements. So how many for loops are there? Here I did not mention, but you can see it through the program. Okay, whatever it may be. Here I have mentioned only 4, but you'll have 8.
Yes, ma'am.
Two
Inside
for
that-
loops for
inside-
first matrix, 2 for loops for second matrix, 2 for loops for addition, 2 for loops for displaying the content. Isn't it? Yeah, if suppose if I say for subtraction, what do you have to do?
same everything.
Everything same, only this is replaced with minus. Right? Yes or no?
Yes,
Are you
ma'am.
getting?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Here is a program written, you can find. So see here, I did not mention any loops also here. That means flower braces. So flower braces also we can execute. But that should be clear. Okay, adding 2 matrices, providing the output. And whenever you are working with this for loops, you should be careful with what? This closing braces and opening braces. If suppose if you don't close here and if you close here, what will happen?
And the loop will not end.
that loop will not end. And for example, here I have closed, then main method will be closed here. So whenever you are closing the braces, check properly. Now we are working with this for loops in this, most probably in matrices. Okay. So can you say me the multiplication, how you will do multiplication of two matrices? Up to now we have seen addition and subtraction. So what we have written, just for addition and subtraction, what is the rule? If suppose matrix 1 order is equal to matrix 2, then only we are going to do, isn't it? Then only we are going to add or subtract order of matrix. Then coming to multiplication, what we have to do? What is the condition for multiplication of two matrices?
Column
Should be
number of columns in the first one
The
must be
column
equal
of
to
the
number of
first
second
matrix
one.
and row of the second matrix should be equal.
Yeah, number of columns of first matrix should be equal to number of columns of, sorry, rows of second matrix. Can you try to do this? I will say no, don't worry. I will say you. But I think time will not sufficient for multiplication of two matrices. So can you try to do this? Multiplication of two matrices?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, try once. Everyone. So in the next lab, I will be checking your assignments. You have to share your screen, and I may ask randomly or else I may ask continuously to show your assignments with outputs. Okay, if I ask assignment 1, fifth question, you should be ready to show your assignment.
That means we can show the PDF file.
No PDF file. PDF you have submitted already, na? Why to show PDF again? I should know whether you have executed or not, right?
Okay.
And I may ask some questions also there. So be prepared for that. I may ask you, what is the purpose of line 10 or line 11 in that way? So be careful. I will not see any PDFs. I will see only your what is that code in Dev C++ and
Actually,
output.
we deleted the saved executables and we only saved in PDF, ma'am.
Why you? I already told you, na.
I used online compiler.
We are like we have anyhow PDFs, right? If we ever wanted, we just can copy paste from there and paste in the compiler and we can code it out.
So whatever you do, I don't know. I will ask, if I ask assignment 1, fifth question, you have to execute and show. That's it.
Yeah, okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, assignment one or last one assignment, ma'am.
1 to 4 I will ask.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, 1 to 4. Why? Because fourth assignment, okay, we'll see. If you are able to solve up to next Wednesday, it's fine. If not, 1 to 3 I will check.
1, 2, 3 is okay, ma'am.
Okay, then 1, 2, 3 I will check. And fourth one up to where you have completed, I'll make a note of that. And next thing, some questions I will be asking you. And I may ask you your notes also. Okay. So be careful.
Copy.
Yeah, sometimes I ask you to write some questions, na? Even that you have to answer me. Okay, are you making notes of that or not?
Ma'am, we are PDF of the every day.
Okay, whatever it may be. First of all, I will check your lab. Then regarding that notes, we will discuss later. So everyone is clear up to here or still any doubts? Any doubts, anyone?
No, ma'am.
Yes, everyone is clear? So everyone, did you get the recordings?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I shared one form, right? I shared one form. Those who have filled that, only for those I have shared that one. So that is the final form, right? So everyone, did you get? If not, let me know once.
Share notes of yesterday's class.
Yeah, yesterday's I shared. Searching and sorting finished. Matrices after this I will share. Or else up to here if you want I will share. Only matrix multiplication is there, right? Only matrix multiplication is there. Okay, I will share with you this next week. Or else up to here if you want I will share. So some of you are asking with annotations and without annotations. That's why I'm sharing there itself. So please go through that. Okay. Just still any doubts? So in the meanwhile, I will execute this addition of two matrices. I already have done that. See here, all the for loops are you can find this when you are working with this Dev C++. Can you find this line so that that is ended up to there itself?
Yes, ma'am, we can find.
Yeah. So same is some number of rows and columns. Will take 2 by 2, otherwise I have to enter more. Yeah, previously someone asked, no, in the matrix format with the help of some spaces, you can find here. Some of the two matrices are, and it is given in the form of matrix format. But how it is stored? How it is stored in the memory? Yeah, it is stored in the flat representation, but we feel that this is our C out statement, right? I can give straight, I can give cross, I can give anyway. You already worked with patterns, different patterns, right?
Ma'am, the output, ma'am, number of like when you gave the input, you gave only 3 integers, ma'am.
No, ma'am gave 4. One is just
That
after
is
the
one
matrix
is
sentence.
after sentence it is there. See here. I'll give 2 by 2. Here it is there 2C1. 2 by 2
Yes.
matrix. Here also same thing. Why? Because I did not use the endl, I think. That's why it is giving there itself. Clear? 4 elements.
Yes. Yes.
Clear? Okay, still any doubts or shall I wind up? No answers. Already left. Yeah, if it is fine, then I will stop this class and will continue with matrix multiplication in the next class. So in the meanwhile, you try to write matrix multiplication. However, I will show you or explain you that same thing, but once you try. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, thank you then.
Thank you.